Hey guys, welcome back.
Hi,
Psychic Shari
everybody.
YouTube show. Got another good show for you today. Unique kind of a mini read today, but uh, we'll get to that in a few minutes. I hope everybody's staying warm out there. Man, it is freezing here. If
Yeah.
you're in America, most of this country is just under some seriously cold weather, isn't it, Sherry?
Oh, man. What was it this morning? 10 below. The
Yeah, and
actual
that's not wind
temperature.
chill. Yeah, the
Yeah.
actual temperature. So it is crazy. And then that was on top of about 11 inches of snow. And,
Yeah.
if you're in Buffalo, that's nothing. But here in Indianapolis, where we're at, that's a lot.
I know.
Once in a decade. I don't remember having those very much. So
Yeah.
a double whammy for us. So hopefully things are going to get better. But we're all inside now, nice and cozy, and
Yeah.
ready to have do some readings.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we've got a mini reading to share for you guys today. It's probably not like any kind of psychic reading that you've seen before. Today, Sherry is going to share with you a reading she provided to Lola and Tracy. Lola happens to be a dog, and Tracy is the owner. And so that is going to be interesting. And it was kind of interesting.
Hmm.
Um,
I love
going to be
reading for animals.
to you.
Yeah. One, I mean, of course, people are like, well, no, what? It'd be easy because they can't talk back. Well, I'm talking about when they have their owners with them, but they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
ego like humans do. A lot of times, sometimes, I'll read for somebody and they'll have a major block, or they put, a little privacy fence around them to keep their energy in. So they're a little harder to get, into their energy. I get in there, but it takes a bit. With animals, they're very open. And they have personalities just like humans. Some are sarcastic, some are happy all the time, some are a little sad
Really?
and depressed. Yeah, they have all their own little personalities, so it's just
Oh,
kind of fun to
yeah.
read for them.
Good. So we're gonna do that. Then Sherry's got her alphabet messages today, right, Sherry?
Yep, I do
You're
have
all
them.
ready for those.
Hmm.
That's where Sherry's gonna provide some spiritual advice to every one of you guys watching the video today live, either as we're live streaming or in the future. If you watch this video in the future. Finally, Sherry's going to be giving some readings to any of the live viewers out here that post their request in the chat session. Just make sure if you want a reading, just don't post and say hi, Sherry and Bob, because we'll say hi back.
Right, right.
and uh, uh, we don't want to invade anybody's privacy and give them a reading that they don't want to read. So if you
Hmm.
could, just let us know you do. And then if you have a username that doesn't include your first name, it's a series of letters and numbers or whatever. Just post your first name too. That way we have something we can refer you to instead of saying JBX 283. We will give you answer you by your first name. So
Right.
before we get to the mini read, let's get to the chat board, see what we've got out there. Kathy, hi, Bob and Sherry was here last week. Y'all just couldn't see my comments. Last week um, we did a reading. We actually did Lola's reading. We had to turn off the live stream thumbnail in order to do the reading. The software makes me turn it off. And then once we did the reading, we had to turn it back on. But then I think there were a lot of people that thought, oh, well, they're not having it. And so they didn't really see me turn it back on. But we didn't have a whole lot of people.
Right, but
Last.
maybe like Kathy's saying, she was here and making comments, we just couldn't see it. So maybe the comment board was messed up somehow.
I don't know. I don't know. There are other people out there. And we have a number of people that are online. Really wasn't a lot. So I don't know.
Hmm.
We'll see. Debbie
Yeah.
Castle. Hi, Bob. Sure you staying? Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Hope you
Um,
are, Debbie.
yeah, I know. It's I was talking to Sherry. We've got a two-story, and it's always a challenge to keep those two stories heated, consistently throughout. Uh,
Yeah.
Turn it up downstairs because we're cold, and it just burns out our daughter that's upstairs. So we turn it down for her, and we're freezing downstairs. So
Yeah.
um, I you can get different zones, but it does cost quite a bit of money, and I'd rather not do that. So
Yeah. Put on a sweater like I have on right here. I'm like, I'm
yeah, I
freezing.
know. I just do
So,
that. Well, space heaters,
yeah.
electric blankets, they do the trick. Kathy would like a reading.
All right, Kathy. Let's just see the first thing that pops up. First thing that comes up is I'm seeing from your spirit team is they're showing me you with your hands busy in the kitchen, maybe cooking, maybe baking. It's like you're trying to be busy, busy, and they love that. But they're also saying make sure that you're not trying to um, stay busy to keep from feeling emotions. Um, Sometimes a lot of people will do that. I'll do that too. If I don't feel good or emotionally off, I'll clean because I've cleaned for so many years. That makes me feel normal. And then I don't have to really address any kind of emotions going on. Um, so they're asking you, they love you doing that, but they're also asking you to try to carve out a time each day to just sit in silence, and not even do a guided meditation. Just sit with no TV, no cell phone on, anything. And in fact, they're saying even turn the cell phone off, um, because they all have a lot of energy. And then if you can even unplug things, it's you're still getting electrical currents and things of this nature. So the less more you can unplug, especially at night if you're trying to sleep. Um, my son, it used to drive me crazy. He both my boys, I think, plug their phone in by their bed and have it sitting right by their head with it plugged in. Um,
Oh,
I
really?
I just,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So that's the message for you, Kathy, is um, again, they're showing me in the kitchen would be very therapeutic for you, but they're also saying make sure that you're not trying to mask or throw some emotions to the back of the bus. So that's what comes up for Kathy.
Okay. Kathy, hope that helped. All right, back to Debbie. Yes, a reading would be lovely today.
All right, Debbie. I just want to say, I Debbie got on last week right at the end as we were closing down, and we didn't get a reading for you. So sorry about that, Debbie. It was just a short, like Bobby said, it was a short show last week. So all right, so let's see what Debbie's guides are saying here just a bit. They're saying they like the way you're starting to tie up loose ends, and you probably feel better. I love when I have a lot of things to do, and some of them could be easy, but some might just take a while to do. That's kind of what they're showing me with you. It's that you're really starting to sew things up, and they like that. I'm asking Spirit, what else are they talking about here? There are some things that are going to take a little bit more time. They're saying. Um, some things might not even get done until the till spring. So and they're kind of pulling me into your house. So I don't know if you're cleaning out closets, having big yard sales, wanting to do something like that, but it feels like spring's going to be a good time for really clearing things out. And if there is a move in store, that would be the highest potential time would be in the spring, early summer. So that's what comes up for you, Debbie, is yeah, just maybe start going through some things a little bit at a time, and you'll be really surprised. Your team's funny; they just are jumping all over. They're showing me a ceiling fan too, so I don't know if you're having allergies or something now, or if there's a lot of dust in your house, because I feel like, sometimes when you turn on a ceiling fan and it looks real dusty, or you might just feel like dust is swarming around. They're just saying you might be going through cleaning some ceiling fans, maybe in air ducts and things of this nature too. Because I'm kind of drawn like to the sinus area. I know this really isn't a time for allergies, so to speak, but some people can be really allergic to dust, and something is just making it seem like it's worse in your home. So that's what's coming up for Debbie.
Okay. Well, I hope that helped. Um, no worries, Debbie. She was traveling.
Oh,
So,
okay.
um, oh, there you are, CJ. I believe that's Carrie. Carrie, welcome back.
Okay. Hi,
Good to have you.
Carrie.
If you want a reading or something, just let us know. Otherwise, why don't we go ahead and get to the mini read now?
Okay.
Uh, so we're going to talk about this upcoming mini read. Sherry's, of course, is a psychic, a medium, energy healer, Reiki master, and does a little feng shui as well. Uh, Another thing she does is as an animal communicator, reach into the higher selves of all living beings, including animals, and communicate their thoughts and wishes just as she can do humans. You know, when you first brought this up, and Tracy asked for this, I was a little hesitant.
I know you
You
were.
know, like, yeah, people think you're crazy or something,
I
but
don't care.
you know, I mean, um, the higher spirits. There are animals in heaven, and they have spirits, right?
Well, and I tell you what,
You can
this,
communicate.
I was probably an animal communicator from the minute I could talk. Like I remember our with our dogs, I could talk. I would know what they were thinking and feeling. I just thought it was normal. Um, and you think that's weird talking to animals? I love talking to plants too and
Okay,
trees.
well,
I know that I know you don't
yeah,
believe in that.
that
I don't care because their trees are just like humans too. They all have different personalities, just like dogs and cats. And so
yeah, okay.
we might do a reading maybe in the
For a
spring
tree,
with a tree.
you stand out there and touch it like Spock, you get a little mind meld. You know?
I do. I stand out and talk to my trees and hold them.
Okay,
So yeah.
all right, all right. So let's take a look at this mini read.
Okay. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Lola.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Lola. This read's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do for our furry little friend Lola. Okay. What I do when I read for animals, I do it just like I do with humans. So I'm going to get into her energy here just a bit. Okay. When I kind of getting into her energy just a bit, and she's kind of talking to me, it's taken her a minute for me to get in here. One thing that she's talking about is um, telling me that, first of all, she feels like she's had to, or she is still your protector, and has been from almost the moment that you met her, because it feels like she's telling me that you saved her from a situation. I don't know if someone had her before you. And it felt like she's telling me that it was not a good place. And it feels like she might have had a man or a boy mistreat her. Where did you get her from? Where did you get her from?
Yeah, she was a rescue. She was 6 months old and she was 14 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful.
Okay,
Oh,
because
yeah,
she's
she was rescued.
okay, because she just feels this sense of dedication for you for being her savior. Um, she's also showing me now. I know she has on a red jacket, but I feel like she's somewhat of a service dog. She might not officially be, but what she's telling me is that You know how animals sometimes that they can pick up when their owners getting ready to go into a seizure, or when their blood sugar drops super low,
Yeah.
or when they're getting ready to have convulsions. She's telling me that she can pick up on some medical issues with you. Has she ever woken you up in the middle of the night? Um, I feel like she's putting her paw on your mouth, almost like she's trying to wake you up. Has she ever woke you up in the middle of the night for?
Yeah. I She never was trained to be a therapy dog, but I swear she's my therapy dog. I I've been diabetical for years and years, and there have been times when she poked at me in the night, knowing that
Mhm.
I was going low and I wasn't waking up, and
Mm.
she has been my therapy dog. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because she just shows me putting her paw on you. Got to tell you, I'm very drawn into her ears as well. That's all right. You can let her down. I can tell her energy is very low. She doesn't feel well. Very drawn into her ears as well. Um, she's It's almost as if her ears, everything is it's super loud. Um, any noise that she hears almost like goes straight through her. Like that noise, whatever that was, it's almost like it amplifies in her ear. Look at her. She's almost like, oh, holy cow. Um, Another thing she's showing me is it's like she's got a baton in her hand. You know, if somebody's running a relay race and they pass the baton to somebody, she's telling me that she's passing the baton. Um, Not so much, it doesn't always have to be to another little critter that's in the home. Sometimes it can be to a human, but she's, oh, look at that. And she's just telling you, it's almost like she's looking at you like, it doesn't mean I don't love you, but she knows um, that she knows you're going to be well taken care of now. And quite frankly, she feels very relieved because it's taken some of the pressure off of her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. She
And
she's deteriorated
yeah.
dramatically, and
Mhm.
I just wondered. We don't know what's wrong. I've had her checked, and it just may be where we're going.
Yeah. One thing that she shows me is like the little um, Pac-Man, you know how they go like that.
Yeah.
But it feels like that's inside of her, like I almost want to say like eating away at her,
Okay.
or but I am no vet, so let's make sure of that. Um, but I'm feeling. I know you said you've taken her to the vet. I'm sure they've done blood work, but I'm seeing something in the blood that might not show up yet, but it might further down the road. Um, has her a couple of things going on. My stomach feels funny in her energy. So I don't know if it's she's not eating as much.
Oh, she eats great.
Okay. I'm also drawn into her hips and her back legs
Yeah,
somehow.
she has severe arthritis in the back third of her spine that rolls down into her legs.
Yeah.
She is on a doggy pain medication for that, which we cannot increase.
Right.
But our greatest concern was she's just deteriorating, losing weight. If you saw her without her cute little sweatshirt on, you'd be able to see her ribs. I
Aw.
just I just wondered if I was giving her everything she needed. If there was any way you could ask her if there's anything else I could do for her.
Okay. One thing that she's telling me right now, and she absolutely adores you, but sometimes when you rub her, it bothers her. The head is not so much, but if you pet her or rub her on her body, she doesn't like it.
Okay.
Um, again, how we said her ears are hypersensitive, but so's her skin. So think of it like this: if you don't feel good, and even though if you love somebody, you don't want them like hugging you, and you kind of want to be left alone. That's
Yeah.
what I'm picking up with her. She's saying she loves you, and not to just quit doing that, but maybe not as much,
Okay.
and especially on the body.
Okay.
And you will know when it really starts to bother her, because I got to tell you, it feels like that, and I almost hate to say this, but it feels like it's going to get a little bit worse, um, and uh, of course, I know you've taken her to the vet, but again, they keep saying the blood work. Something's going to come up in the blood work.
Okay.
And you're asking, I'm asking her, well, what can she do? Honestly, she feels very peaceful.
Okay.
Um, and it doesn't, and I'm not getting anything like, oh, I need this or I need that. This is so funny. This came up twice, so I guess I'm going to say it. Do you ever put little bits of chicken in her food?
No, she's allergic to chicken, but she gets homemade dog food, and she loves homemade bread.
Okay.
You can't
Yes.
have chicken.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So Irene's kind of helping me here, because I got to tell you, it was chicken that she showed me. Now, if she's allergic to chicken, maybe she's allergic to some of the other stuff you're putting in her food.
Oh,
So that might be something. Sometimes I get messages, it's like playing charades.
sure. Yep.
And that's her way. She showed me that chicken twice,
Huh.
and it's not bread, but it was chicken. And you saying, oh, she's allergic. She's allergic. So think about it. If you keep putting something in your body that you're allergic to, you're not going to feel good.
Right.
So this might be something to kind of, oh, mess around with. We're going to say a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
take one of the ingredients out. I'm sure you probably don't have a whole lot of ingredients in her homemade food. Try taking one out for a week,
Yeah.
see if she feels better, and then put it back in. Try the other one.
I could. I think I could muscle test her. We muscle test humans. I think I
Yeah,
could muscle test her.
yeah, they're just like humans. They communicate like humans. In fact, she's can be a message bearer too. One message that came up, is she's saying, asking you. She says that you had a dream of doing something or stepping into a different arena, something of that nature, and you haven't done it. Um, and she's just asking you why. It's almost like she's trying to push you. I can feel your diabetes. It's so funny. My lips are sticking to my teeth. That is so weird, but whenever my lips stick to my teeth, I know I'm in the energy of someone with diabetes.
Yeah.
Um, so see how she can give messages too.
Oh, yeah.
Um, One thing too that she likes, and she's telling me, um, is that you have become more calm. You're not as anxious as what you used to be, and she's talking maybe a couple of years ago. Do
Yeah.
you find where you've kind of mellowed a bit? And
Yeah. I've, uh, my roommate has helped me so much by saying, why do you go over the edge? It's not worth it, And so I've made an intention to settle down, not fly over the edge,
okay,
and she Lola's not the only one. They're one of the cats won't even let me be near her
she
because
is
I'm too intense and I
right.
wasn't grounded.
Because the minute you said one of the cats, Lola, because we use telepathy, I heard her say the scaredy cat. Um, so I don't know. She's one of them. She's kind of funny. Honestly, I think that one of the cats could just walk on top of her head and she probably wouldn't. Many years ago, she's telling me she really had it in her. She might have loved to chase squirrels and things of this nature.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like she is chilled.
Oh, yeah. She is great with the cats. Yeah, one of them could walk on her head and she'd be like, hi.
You know what's something funny she says too? She's scared of spiders. So I don't know if she sees if you have a lot of spiders. My
No.
parents. Okay, she reminds me of my cat Jeff. He was scared of everything, but she's saying I don't like spiders. And see, they're just like human.
Yeah.
I mean, they have things that they like, things they don't, and they're probably more enlightened than most humans because they don't have an ego. They're always in the now, and they can see the energy.
Is she? Does she like having her sweatshirt on?
Yes, absolutely, because it feels like she gets chilled.
Okay.
She gets cold. And the minute I said that, I am starting to get cold, like on my shoulders and down my torso.
Okay.
So she really likes that. And then she's showing me something about one of her paws.
Yeah.
Feels like a front paw.
Yeah.
Something's bothering her, and it feels like it's with the nail or something, or somewhere in the paw.
Her joint on her front right paw is really swollen. It's almost like rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay, because she's kind of showing me the nail too. Okay. So I don't know if maybe the nail has split and it's infected, or I know she's just telling me that that kind of bothers her.
Okay.
But the medicine really kind of chills her out, just like she is now, just like a person if they're going to take a pain pill.
Okay.
Of course, she likes a lot of water. Does she ever get peanut butter?
Not very often.
Because she's showing me, I think they call them Kongs.
Oh, yeah.
Does she have has she ever had one of those?
I don't give her a whole lot of toys anymore because she doesn't move around that great. And we used to put peanut butter in her Kong.
Because that's what she's showing me. She's like, I love that. It was like where you put peanut butter inside of a plastic toy. And that's what she says. I love that. Yeah. So maybe you could get a little jar of peanut butter and just stick some, or just maybe let her lick it off your finger, Yeah,
I'll put some on one of her treats. Or a piece of bread.
There you go. She likes bread. Make her a peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Look at her looking up. That sounds good. Yeah. She's a good girl. But yeah, she feels like a person who is retired, to where it's like they don't have a lot of things they have to worry about anymore. Yeah. That's kind of where she's at.
All right. Very interesting.
That went on for a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
But I love it. Once I start getting in, that's like my personal reads, on this show. They're just little, I can't, the longer I'm with somebody or some furry friend, then the more I can get further into the energy. These are just, little scratching the surface. We used to call them popcorn messages when I would do platform. So that's something to keep in mind too, because I see where people are asking about some of their cat stuff. I can't say a whole lot, but
just a reminder, everybody, if you're interested in having a mini read, or if you have an animal that you might want to have Shari give you a mini read to, then just send an email to sherryklein11@gmail.com. In the body of the email, put I would like a mini read, or in this case, I would like a mini read for my cat or dog or whatever. We'll get you a date and time and the URL link where you could get on and Shari can give you a free mini read. Um, so really very interesting. You're we kind of open things up here to all living beings now, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we just don't want like your animal. We kind of like it like how we had Tracy, where even though we didn't really see Tracy, but we could hear her and see the interactions because
Oh,
that way it kind of, gives a little bit of feedback too.
yeah. You reinforce maybe some of the things you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody would have some interest in that, then just let us know. No trees, though, right?
That
We
was
don't
so
want
funny. I swear I was just thinking, I thought, now who's going
no
to be the
trees.
spokesperson for the tree when I do the tree?
No,
Uh,
no, no. I don't think I could go there. I'm good with animals because they kind of they're like people, but not human people.
yeah.
Um, trees are just it's beyond my
Maybe
paradigm
you'll
right
get there someday.
now. One day. All right, Carrie. Um, she asked why Penny, her cat, is not using the litter box.
Okay. First thing that came up there, Penny is kind of showing me two sides of a coin. First one is I get a sense she's a little angry, and it's almost like a little kid that acts out. It's like they want attention. She needs more attention. But the other flip side of this is what she's showing me is um, they have this new kind of litter to where when they urinate on it, it'll change different colors. Like if they have a urinary tract infection, it'll turn a color, or different things like that. I don't know if she'd be up for that. I had a cat that if I changed his kitty litter, he would have freaked out and never walked in there. But it's like she's trying to say, "Hey, look at me. I need more attention." But again, there's a part of her, I'm asking her that she's angry. I don't know if you're not giving her enough attention or if you've been busy or somebody else has come into your life. It feels like that she needs more attention. And again, she keeps showing me the different colors of the kitty litter. So that might be something you wouldn't have to always keep it in there. I'm sure it's quite expensive, but might be something to check into.
So
So
the kitty is showing you the new type of. Does she watch it off TV or something?
maybe, but she's just saying. But here's the thing: she that was funny, but let
Yeah.
me explain how I get my messages. She didn't. She uses telepathy, like, "Hey, I don't feel good. I might have a urinary tract infection. Something's wrong here." Um, then it like gets translated. So there you go. So that to me, they use spirit uses my memory.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's, it's just like with working with humans. Um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like when I talk with Tracy, when my lip sticks to the top of my teeth, I'm in somebody's energy with diabetes. Don't ask me, Tracy wouldn't know that or
Yeah.
her dog would, but that's just the way spirit works.
Mm, okay. Message from Don. Don Humbles. Much love, Tracy and Lola. Miss you
Aw,
both. So, uh, Sherry, you have to pass that on to Tracy.
yeah,
Debbie Castle, can you speak to animal spirits, past and present?
yes,
Very interesting. Do you have to prepare differently to read an animal?
no,
You don't? Okay. Do the
no.
names, I guess this is for Debbie. Do the names Tootie, Bubba, or Brody have any vibes for
Okay.
you?
Let's start with the first one and kind of work our way down and just see. And again, these aren't going to be as long as what it was with Tracy. So let's just see what we've got going on here. Now they can also give messages. With the first one, Tootie. I want to call her Tootsie. Isn't that funny? But with Tootie, getting a lot of energy, almost like she's dancing and she's pointing to her back legs. Feels like she just wants me to tell you, hey, look, I feel so much better. A lot of times they'll do this, and humans will do this too. Okay, let's get into the Bubba here just a bit. Okay. If Bubba were a human, he would like to wear hats. Isn't that funny? They just kind of show me different things of this nature, and would have been a smoker. Something about, I don't know if he was around a lot of smokers, but he is saying he acquired a taste for smoke. So he's kind of showing me that as well. And then we've got Brody. Let's see. Brody comes in. Um, it feels like Brody's trying to tell me that he might have been close with one of your children, with a boy, um, very close to this energy, but they're all kind of coming in together. And they want me to tell you that they too can be like helpers from the other side. Just like if your mom crosses over, or a brother or sister, whatnot, and they want to come in and try to help you. Not that they're going to take over the jobs of your spirit guides, but they're telling me that they're working in unison. Like all three of them are kind of buddying up to try to help you because they know you've been through a rough time lately. Call on them, and they can really give you messages just like humans can. They can they can
Hmm.
drop dimes in front of you, or feathers, or they can do things just like humans. Humans don't give animals enough. um, they they just don't think that they're that powerful, but they really are. So they're coming in as a little collective for you, and they just say, "Call on us when you need us." Um, and they will give messages. One of them, I'm kind of looking right at the Bubba, um, and I almost wanted to say Buddha too. Isn't that funny? Each one of them comes in as a different thing. Not that that's Buddha,
Yeah.
but I know what you're thinking, Bobby. Um,
I know.
but they're saying that you'll be able to hear. You might hear some barking. Um, you might hear the footsteps, noises that they used to make when they were here on the earth plane. They can bring those too. So that's the message for you, Debbie, from your furry little friends
Okay.
on the other side.
All right. I hope you liked it. Rusty Woodpecker, great to see you again. It's been a few weeks.
Hi,
Hope
Rusty.
everything's going okay. And Bob, appreciate that. A little shout out
Yeah.
from Carrie. Your cat mini read here. An old cat was allergic to chicken, then found out it was all birds.
Yeah. I tell you, animals, and again, our cat, Jeff, one of them, we took him and had all the allergy tests run on him. They do it just like humans. They give you a printout of what they're allergic to. They can be allergic to every single thing that humans can.
Really?
And one thing with Jeff, because he had a lot of allergies, is I forget now what it was, but it was in the food we were giving him. So every day he was eating stuff he was allergic to, and he was just chewing holes in his skin.
Ugh.
So yeah, it's horrible.
All right. Joyce loved it. Appreciate that.
All right, thank you.
Rusty, Sherry, how are my past mom and dad? And do they have any messages for me?
Okay, let's see. First that steps up is your mom, and she's kind of got like twirling something. Like she's happy, like she's excited, like I'm asking Irene to help her to show me what this is. Almost like a little bit of a celebration, like if you were at a ball game or something, and your team scored, you'd be like waving a towel, like yay. That's kind of like what your mother is coming in, like she's excited. Thank you. She says she's excited for you because they see some things that you might not have seen yet. Um, but they like what they see for your immediate future. For your immediate future is what she says. Um, I'm in the relationship arena, and she's just excited and all giddy. It would be like I would be like if my younger son, found the love of his life. I would be all giddy. That I'm getting that energy from your mother. And your father kind of just stands back a little bit and is letting her um, stand in the front and do all the talking. Let's see what else. If your dad has anything to say, real quick. Um, your dad's writing something down, and it feels like he's serious. He's writing things down, and he's asking you to, if you do any contracts or anything where you're doing paperwork, he's saying make sure that you reread things before you sign. Make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and that's his message for you.
Mm.
So two
Now,
different ones coming in, but they're
yeah, you know, you give a lot of readings, right?
mhm.
Even on the show here, um, readings at home, through your business and various things like that. Dozens, maybe a month
Oh,
or something like
yeah.
that, at least. And you don't remember hardly any of the readings that you give, right?
No, because I want it that way, because spirit, like it'll come right in and out of me. It's like a dream. If you have a dream and you wake up and you don't remember it, and then maybe later that day somebody will say something and you'll be like, oh, I forgot I had that dream. That's me. I'll get people, and I feel bad. I'll get regulars that'll call me for readings and I won't remember them. And I think it kind of hurts their feelings, but I'm
Uh,
like, but then if once we get into the reading, then it'll come back and I'll say, oh, okay, I kind of remember this and that. But
Because the reason I say that is about a month ago, you gave, I think it was about a month, maybe a little longer, you gave Rusty a reading. And I, I can remember you saying how her mother was up dancing around and happy and celebrating
huh,
because he was going to meet somebody or something.
huh. Uh,
Rusty can confirm that with me, but
yeah.
I remember that. So it's not like you remember it from a month ago, and so you're just reiterating it, right?
Oh,
It's a brand
no.
new reading. It's
I
fresh
think
in
that
your
I think
mind.
it's safe to say I don't have a real good memory.
No, you do not. So um, I thought that was interesting. Rusty, confirm that with me, if you would, because I really do believe it. About a month or so ago, it was almost. It's a very eerily similar
Huh,
reading that you gave him.
huh.
So Carrie's little cat just jumped on her lap. That's good.
Aw, she knows we're talking about her.
Yeah.
Little
Okay.
Penny. We had a dog named Penny.
Yeah. Uh, Phoenix, her cat,
Aw,
Amira.
Pearl.
No,
Pearl.
Pearl is my cat. Her name is Amira, I think. Is my cat Pearl sick? I got her from Sister Alicia and can't care for her. I feel really bad because she just threw her on me and no papers, knowing I was having financial issues.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah, and I tell you, um, that is tough because taking them to the vet is very expensive.
It is.
Yeah. The first thing that came up though is around here. I have no idea where she lives, but around here they have low cost animal care. That's the first thing that came up. So Spirit is asking you, and little Pearl, she does feel sick, feels like she's lost weight. Um, yeah, it would be a good idea if you could try to get her to some clinic. They're saying kind of snoop around and see what's in your area, because it feels like you are going to find some kind of a clinic that will be able to help you, that's a lot cheaper than most. Um, Something came up. I don't even know if they do this, but like places like Humane Society
I
or
was
things
I
that,
was going to say they might have
yeah,
doctors
I don't
on
know if they
site.
do or not. Another thing that came up is some of these places, and again, this is Spirit using my mind here. Um, there's a place around here called the ASACP or something. It's an organization that goes out and helps animals, that people that leave them out in the freezing cold and things of this nature. Try getting a hold of some of those, and they might be able to lead you in the right place. You said you're trying to find a home for her. A lot of people aren't going to want to really take on a sick cat. You could find someone. And thank you. That's why they showed me that ASAC. What is that called, Bobby?
I don't know.
Um, Give me another one. Well, she's probably not even in our area. Um, there are people that help animals. They might be able to help you find a home for her. That's why they brought that in as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Instead of, because I'm like, why would we want to take them, call them, say, hey, I got a sick cat, but she's saying she wants a home for it. They would be able to place the cat. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
good.
they're just saying get on. People do. There are people that do have money, um, and quite a bit of it that would be willing to take on a sick little kitty because it feels like she's going to need some medicine and maybe for quite some time.
Okay.
Very drawn into the little kidneys.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Mm-mm.
All right. Sorry about that, Phoenix. Kathy, back to her. I interviewed a few weeks ago. Was told I would hear something this week. What do you feel?
All right, let's get in here and see just a bit. Irene is so funny. Irene's got a lighter and she's wanting to put it under the rear end of these people. You know, they just drag their feet and drag their feet. Um, let's see. When I'm getting from Kathy, they're just showing me like a ball, like a locomotive. And it's a real heavy ball or a train. You know how it takes a train a long time to get going. It feels like you've got a lot of momentum behind you here. Um, I'm hearing the train whistle, and it's a good whistle. Like here I am. I'm here. I'm just getting a good outcome from this uh, interview, whether it be this one or another one. It just feels like it's slow going, just like a train. You know how a locomotive, but then like a lot of momentum behind you. And then it takes a while, but then I just hear this the train, the horn, and I love it because it's like I'm here, finally, I got it. And so we do feel that if you don't hear something from this position, whatever you applied for, it feels like you are going. It just feels like it's right here. So hang in
Okay.
there, and they just showed me have patience. I know that's hard. Um, when you find yourself worrying about it, thinking, I don't, oh no, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And I know it's hard not to do that. But when you do, instantly just try to switch it up and think, you know what? I'm getting it. It's going to be great. Sometimes good things come to those who wait. So that will get thrown out to the universe. And then instead of the I'm scared I'm not going to get a job, the universe thinks that's what you want is
Mm,
not having a job. So
yeah.
I know it's hard. I mean, that's it.
ASPCA. Yeah.
ASACPT 597. I don't even know. Debbie knows. So thanks, Debbie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Loved it. Rusty, you are welcome.
You're welcome, Rusty.
Yes, I was right. Correct. I caught up with a lady who I thought might be a chance, but she's not ready for a relationship, and that's okay. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
So good.
That doesn't mean it's got to be her.
Doesn't mean it still can't be her.
Right. So
You
we
know,
can go either way, but it feels like it is somebody.
you can always change your mind. Yep.
Hmm.
Thanks, Sherry. And guess what? You were right about your prediction about how things would go when I meet Leroy, the long distance love interest. All
Okay.
right. Good.
Well, good. Thanks, Phoenix.
Uh, Mystical G, what will come up for me in 2026?
Let's see what we've got going on here. First thing they showed me is a list. And this is a list that they want you to write. It's almost like Spirit is handing you a blank piece of paper and saying, you tell us what will come. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of
Uh,
booby traps and obstacles. Um, I don't know if you've been working on manifesting. I got to tell you, they're showing me like a little vortex going around you. And it feels like you're pretty good at manifesting, whether you know it or not. And it feels like you do because the energy and the aura that I see around you, boy, they're going to take me into a whole different thing here. Um, I don't know if you have ever worked with the vortexes of the earth, and ley lines and things of this nature. This is something that we kind of see coming up for you, and you might feel yourself getting really pulled into going to certain places that are very high uh, energy. A lot of people in the United States go like to Sedona. You know how people will go to these
Yeah.
areas that are very energetic. Um, and they shy away from places like Las Vegas because that's a really low energy. This is what we see where you might find yourself being pulled to, doesn't mean you got to move there, could be move into a different location or just go there to visit, just to experience the higher energy. Some of the places that you might go to might be very old, and have a lot of history involved too. So that's kind of what we see coming up for mystical gal or whatever. I don't.
Mystical
Mystic.
G
Yeah.
Y F. Yeah. Let us know your first name too. We'd love to know
Yeah.
what your first name is. Um, Debbie Cancel. Sometimes pet lost and found groups on Facebook can help.
Ooh, good
Lots of
call, Debbie.
animal caring places. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, Debbie. I'm sure she'll
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Okay, Priscilla Nicole. Hi from Rome.
Oh, okay.
Hey, welcome. All over the world.
Yeah.
Rusty's from Australia. We have got somebody New Zealand, Ireland, Germany, a lot of different places.
Uh huh.
Scorpio would love a career reading, please.
Okay. First thing that came up is Spirit is showing me don't. They show me like you've got the bar rate. They want you to kind of raise the bar a little bit higher. Your spirit team is telling me that you're not dreaming big enough
Mm-mm.
in your career. Of course, we don't want to, walk around with our head in the clouds and expect to just waltz into a place and then be the president in 2 weeks. But they're saying that, you know,
Yeah.
um, they're just saying we do see where there's still a lot of room of growth here. But one thing too that's kind of coming up is sometimes people that work in your arena, we're going to say, this could be where you work or maybe some of your competitors. Not everybody plays by the rules, and not everyone um, is nice. And sometimes people might try to do or say things to sabotage people. So this might be something to keep an eye out for. Um, and they're kind of saying, don't tell everybody every single thing you know
Good
uh,
advice.
in your business
Yeah.
because it might come back to just bite you. So that is the message for
It
Priscilla.
can. Yeah. Yeah. Psychic or not, that's a good advice. I
Yeah.
know I've worked in an office for 40 years. You
Oh,
know, I know those office politics.
yeah.
Yeah. Things you say something that is just off the cuff and you forget you've said it. Other people haven't forgotten it. It's back in the back of their mind. They're just waiting to
They
unveil it.
use it for ammunition.
Absolutely, yeah. You're welcome, Mystical from Bulgaria. Well, okay. Let's
Okay.
put
Wow.
another pin in that city for that
Can I say
country.
something real quick? When you said, "Oh, we've got people from all over the world." Now, at the beginning of the show, you talked about how I was into feng shui. So I don't know how anybody knows about feng shui, but in my career area, um, and I do this for people on personal readings. In my career area, I put a little tiny blue globe. Remember me telling you that, Bobby?
Yeah.
And I would spin it, and then I would like be on Blog Talk or something, or somebody call me for a personal reading, and they'd be from another wherever, and I'd go in there, and that would be like right where the globe is I'm looking at it. It's, I could spin it
Really?
and it'd be Spain, or yeah. So that's kind of, and I wanted to be more worldly because I wasn't getting out all over the world until this show and until I got that globe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised you knew where that was on the globe. Yeah.
I
You didn't have a problem with Scotland last week, I think, right?
or I don't know. I don't even know where all of the states are in the United States. I can't figure the whole world out.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, how about we do some alphabet messages now? What
All
do you
righty.
say?
Yep.
So we're going to do some alphabet messages now for all of you. Sherry's going to provide a spiritual message to everyone, either listening to the show right now or through a recorded version of this in the future. Works either way. Don't ask me how, but it does. Everyone watching the show right now needs to select a letter. Okay, so it's A, B, or C. A letter just popped in my head. So, Debbie, I got you. It just popped into my head when I heard it.
Ah, I love
So
it.
I'm ready for this. So whatever immediately popped into your head, that's your letter. I mean, if you had to think a split second, then that's your mind giving you that letter. That's not spirit. Spirit will give it to you instantaneously, almost before you get the question out. They've
Mm.
got the answer for you. And so that will be your letter, the spirit generated letter. Okay, now that everyone has their letter, Sherry, it is time
Okie dokie.
for your alphabet message.
All right. All right. So what I do is I sit in a meditation before the show, and I ask my guides give me A, B, and C. So I've written it down because of course I'm going to forget it. So if you chose A, um, she says that you carry a lot of your stress in your neck and your upper shoulders. Um, get a massage if you're able to, or have somebody rub it. Do neck stretches. If you're always at the computer, always down, they said set a thing on your cell phone for every hour. When it goes off, just little things like this to get that energy moving. It doesn't mean you're always going to have neck problems, but they're just saying like right now it feels like this is where you're holding it. You can even do like deep breath work, and then with your mind, try to just blow the energy out of your neck and the back upper shoulders. So that's where you're holding your stress at. Um, all right. So if you chose B, very drawn, they're showing me the knees and the legs feel stressed. You might feel like you're not moving forward as fast as what you would like. And this could be in any arena of your life. This could be in your job, and in your love life, in anything, trying to sell a home. So they're just saying be patient. The road before you may need time to alter and change directions. But they're saying possibly for a better outcome. So sometimes when we wait, that saying good things come to those who wait, that's kind of what they're saying here. And that's if your knees or your legs feel a little heavy. If they don't right now, maybe they will. Not that I'm wishing that. um, all right. So now if you picked C, very drawn into the back, and they say the back is stressed. Um, Says that you're carrying around a heavy backpack and a heavy load, but make sure that this load that you're carrying is yours and not someone else's. You can't change other people. How do you know what they need to experience in order for their soul to evolve? You don't. You can only change how you react to it. So they're saying make sure that you focus on you and your situation the most that you can, because if you picked C, then there's a lot of things in your backpack that you can throw out along the way. and they will be taken care of whether you focus on them or not. So that's your ABC messages. So I hope that was helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of interesting. I was C, by the way. I picked C. It just came out, like
Okay.
immediately after, as I was reading it before we even got to the letters, it popped into my head.
Okay. So yours is your back, and you're carrying around a heavy load, other people's,
I
or other,
am.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just saying, we don't know. I do that too, with my kids. And I'm telling you, I can toss and turn all night, but they need to experience what they need to experience. So,
Yeah. I know it. I know I'm a worrywart,
oh,
especially when
me
it comes
too.
to kids. So, absolutely. All right. Let's go back to the board here. We got one new one. Vicar Verdant. Vicar Verdant.
Okay. Hi there.
Hi there. Welcome to the show. Doing questions, readings. Yes. Oh, that's a owl. I think owl icon.
Yeah. What's the first name? A first name would help here.
Uh, Vic. Vicar.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Just a bit. First thing that comes up is they're showing me like almost like a whirlwind around you. Um, Now, in a tornado, if you're right in the center, that's the eye of the storm, which is calm. But we're just seeing a lot of things going on around you, and Spirit is asking you to try to stay in the calmness. Just kind of like what we were talking about on this sea about carrying around other people's energy. It feels like a lot of things that might be going on around you might not all be yours. Sometimes we just have to sit back and observe. And you might have people come to you and ask for advice, and that's great. Give them the advice, but don't give advice until you're asked. Um, Another thing that they're showing me is that you're going down a road that isn't paved yet, which we love because it's like you're a leader, and you're going to do things the way that you want to do them. May not be a cookie cutter like everybody else does, but they're just say, but I love this road. It's beautiful. Whatever it is you're working on, um, if you really put your intention and all of your energy into it, it's really going to pan out. Now, of course, when you lay a road, that takes a long time to get it prepped and to do things, but they're just showing me, if you really want something bad enough, boy, you can really put your mind to it. And kind of like a horse that's in a race, how they have those blinders or whatever on this side, they're saying that's the way you are. You could really focus on something and you could get a lot done, and you could really be proud of yourself. So keep doing what you're doing. And sometimes Spirit will show me things that haven't, time is hard to pinpoint it. Sometimes it might not be happening right now, but it might be in the very near future, because this came through very clear with my vision. And when I see things very clear, it's either happening now or it's getting ready to. If it's a little fuzzy, then that tells me kind of time on this plane, that it's a little further out in our time frame. But this came through the road, paving the road was beautiful. And so that's what comes up for Vic,
Okay.
Victor or whatever.
Vicar.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
not sure. Um, okay, so when it's fuzzy, when you get a vision that's fuzzy, that means it's pretty far out there in the future,
Yeah,
and it may or may not happen. I mean,
it,
there's
it
so many like
variables. Yeah.
yeah,
Which there's wiggle room, so the further out it is, of course, there's going to be more opportunity to make adjustments.
well, free will. You got
Right. But Spirit shows me the most probable, because they download everything, and they know how you've been manifesting, and chances are we're going to manifest the same, and then they'll jump on that most probable timeline. But when I see something really close and really, when I can see the edges of things, I guess is the way I want to say it. Like on that road, I could see the color really black, like a black top, and the edges were perfect. But it wasn't, like I say, fuzzy or anything.
So
Um,
when you see these things, so you can't really predict, you know, 2 months or 3 months or 2.5 weeks
yeah,
or anything like that,
sometimes,
right?
yeah, sometimes I'll ask spirit and I'll say, show me. And I'll say, well, because people want to know when it is.
Yeah, they do, and they're
And
impatient sometimes.
when I first started this many 20 years ago, I would see something and um, it, it might not pan out for 3 or 4 years. And I got sidetracked in my head. Could you tell I was thinking of something else? So I'm not
Yeah,
going to bring it up because it'll open up a whole nother can of worms. But yeah, and with spirits, um, on the other side, like if I see it, like it looks like a little bumblebee, zzz, like that, that's a baby in spirit. So
really.
that could either be somebody's miscarried or aborted. And I always say, I don't need to know. I don't want to know either one. Or it could mean a baby coming in. Sometimes, if it's a baby coming in, I'll see someone on the other side holding this baby, like this one's coming in. Um,
Interesting.
or parents, like if I see like parents on the other side, they'll be here, but grandparents are further out.
Wow. Okay,
So, yeah, just,
that is interesting.
hmm.
And this is you. I mean,
Oh
everybody's
yeah,
different,
everybody's different.
but you've been doing this for so many years that the you're used to the way spirit
Yeah,
provide you with these messages.
right. And I know you've heard me talk about Irene, my joy guide. She's always on this right side. It's backwards in the thing. Always on my right side. Big Blue and Black Hawk are always on my left side.
Really,
Hmm.
it just they like it there, or is it?
Well, those are the rules. We play, they
Yeah,
follow the rules, and that's when we started many years ago. There has
really.
to be some rhyme or reason to this.
Yeah,
So,
I guess heaven needs rules too, right?
well, I guess Irene is funny. She's like, we really don't follow rules, but they have to. She's like, we got to make it simple, simplify it for me, So
Yeah.
quit
Um,
buddying up with Bobby. So
oh, she doesn't like me. I know she doesn't. So.
no, she's buddying up with you because she's like, oh, we have to simplify it for Shari because you're always like, yeah, you don't remember stuff.
Oh, yeah. So. All right. Well, I think we got everybody that wanted a reading today. We have our mini read. We finished up. I think we're ready to sign off. What do you say?
Okay, I think
Thanks a
so.
lot, everybody, for tuning in for today's show. Thanks to our guests, Tracy and Lola, for
Yeah.
sharing their reading with us. We hope you liked it. It was different.
Hmm.
As always, if you have a topic you'd like to discuss or a question for Sherry to answer, put that down in the comments section. Make that happen. Maybe even talk about it next week. And if you'd like to book your own private reading with Sherry, just go to psychicshari.com, click on the Schedule Now button down at the bottom. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as well as click on the little bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are posted. And I think that will do it,
Yep.
everybody.
Well, thanks
Uh,
everybody. Thanks for
see
coming on. I hope to see you
you
next week.
next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, same time, same place.
Yep. So,
Talk to you
all right.
later.
All right. Bye.